Can't make new friends cause I lost all of mine. It's a blessing to be alive, so I strive. It's a cold city when even the hoes greedy. Watch out these hoes tricky. Nobody old pity. Ain't no more OGs cause most niggas told and them niggas old bitches. Gotta go on.
YouTube, we are back with another lesson, and today I want to talk about something very important. A few days ago, I had my cousin ask me, yo, if you're a full-time trader, because I guess he didn't know I was full-time trading. He was like, if you're full-time trading, how are you surviving when you're going through drawdowns or losing streaks? Like, what are you doing if you're not making any other income with no job? And I was like, you know what? That's a good question. And I'm sure a lot of new upcoming traders probably have the same question that he did. And this is something that all new and upcoming full-time traders need to be aware of. Because it is true. You will go through losing streaks or you will go through drawdowns. Whether you use a stop loss or not will determine which one you go through. Me, I don't use a stop loss, so I go through deep drawdowns. Other people, they use stop losses, so they go through losing streaks. You could pick your poison, but regardless, you gotta go through one of them and there ain't no getting out of it. You could go through the stop loss streak or you go through the drawdown streak. You pick your poison, man. That's on you to decide. Me personally, I don't like the stop loss game because my equity curve could never steadily go up. It was always either flatlining, going down, going up, down like a roller coaster. With removing my stop loss, I have a steady up curve. Even though I go through drawdowns, yes, but when I close my profits, when I close them, when they become realized, the uptrend is steady. It's a steady uptrend. And you guys can see now where this arrow is. You guys can look, my unrealized P&L right now, I am down $5,700. So in times like this, it's like, are you panicking? What are you doing? You're full-time trading. What are you gonna do? Well, that's the topic I'm about to go through in this video, man. So stay tuned. I just want to show you guys as a full-time trader what I'm going through. I'm down 2,800 on this trade, man. I'm down 2,800. 2,800. So if you're asking what am I doing in times like this, the answer is simple. Nothing. I don't do anything. I'm just sitting and waiting. But the thing is, when you become a full-time trader, you need to understand that if you're not going to have another income on the side, right? If you're not doing those side gigs, if you don't have a part-time gig or a full-time gig, well, you need to have a cash fund. Personally, I like to keep a year. You should keep 6 to 12 months minimum. Me, as a full-time trader, I'd rather scale towards the safer end, 12 months. Especially because I can go through drawdown for 2 to 3 months sometimes. Last year, I got in the drawdown in about October of 2024. I didn't escape that drawdown to the end of January. I was in that drawdown for about 3 months in a couple of trades, specifically US dollar, Canadian dollar. It was killing me. It just went hundreds and hundreds of pips against me, just hundreds and hundreds of pips against me, and I just kept adding, and I waited for the storm to pass, and I finally closed the trade in a profit. So what you have to understand is when you're going through these drawdown streaks, when you're going through these losing streaks, you need to have a reserve cash fund to fund your lifestyle while your trades are playing out. Because one thing I can tell you right now, in this game, you gotta be patient. You gotta be patient. I can look at this trade. I'm gonna go, this is off the daily chart. I've been in this trade since March 30th. I marked it. Look where my entry point is now. Now look at where my break-even point is because I add to my losers, so my average is up. And not only that, these are very small positions. That's why total I have a 0.92 on it. But as we get to this key level up here, I will be adding a big position. I will probably add like a 0.50 on there, which will bring this average up to about this point where this green line is. My average will go up much more. So then what I'm going to do is wait for the pullback, and I'm going to close this trade at a break even or a small profit, or potentially even a small loss depending on how I'm feeling. It just depends on the context of the situation. If it's shooting down, just plummeting, I may hold it for a little longer and milk it for more profit. If it's slowly trickling down like this, if it's slowly trickling down, I may just close it at a break even. But we will see. We will see. But right now, I am down $2,800 on this trade. And I've been in this trade for a few months now. And it's good. It's okay. That's why you have cash reserves on the side, because the drawdowns and losing streaks are inevitable. And I'm going to continue to show this on my channel. No matter how many views I get, I'm going to continue to show my journey and show how I'm trading and how I'm managing myself in my trades, because that's what matters in this game, longevity wise. You need to manage your risk and manage your trades. The whole game of trading is risk management. I'm also in this euro short, which I'm up about $41 right now. And I entered this trade because I wanted the US dollar safe haven status. Because even though the US dollar has been weak lately, I can go to my Forex factory. I can see US dollar with the weaker than expected retail sales. US dollar week after week has been having terrible news. Yet I'm in Euro USD sales because I want the safe haven status. There's war conflict going on with Iran and Israel. You need to be mindful of these things, because you might see bad news on the US dollar currency and be like, yo, why isn't it going down? The US dollar should be weaker. That's not true. There's certain factors that can still affect these currencies besides fundamental news. So you have to have a full view of what's going on in these markets. Israel and Iran conflict, oil prices going up. That's going to affect these currencies. That's going to affect the euro because euro imports oil. That's going to affect the US dollar because in times of war, US dollar is a safe haven currency. People are going to flee towards the dollar where it's safe. Gold, people are going to flee towards gold where it's safe. When it gets uncertain and it gets unsafe, they flee towards US dollar and gold. And also the Swiss franc as well and the Japanese yen. Those are also safe haven currencies as well, if you did not know that. But I am currently up $53 in this trade. Really slight. Nothing I can do with $50. That's a break even. But it is floating a slight profit. If we can get a push down to these levels, I may close it. and then trim off some negative positions on my Swiss yen trade. So say I close this for $400 to $500. I will close this for $500. So let me just show you guys what I do in times of drawdown. So say I won plus 500 on Euro USD. I will close out $300 of a position on Swiss yen, which will total me a profit. Which will total me a profit of $200. And the reason why I would do something like this in times of drawdown is because I want to use my profitable positions to the full extent. If I can scale out of a bad trade slightly to bring my average even higher, I will definitely do that every single time if I don't like the trade anymore. In Swiss yen, I really don't like that. I haven't liked it for a minute, but it is a test. It's a test for me to escape this trade without losing money. That's always the goal for me. How can I escape this trade without losing money? How can I wiggle myself out this trade without messing up my equity curve? This game is a game of managing yourself, managing your trades, and keeping that equity curve positive. I don't care what no one tells you about win rate, risk to reward ratio. All of that stuff doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what you do and the results of what you do. Do you make money or do you lose money in the long run? That's all that matters. 6 to 12 months of making money or losing money. What do the results look like within that time frame? That's what matters. That's what shows you if you're profitable or not. Not your 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, not your 40% run rate, and not any of the other BS that these other gurus be telling you. Your strategy doesn't matter at all, so it's stupid. Are you making money or not? So I will trim out some of my profits from this trade, close out some of my negative positions on Swiss yen, and still come out in a profit. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Who would have known? I'm still making money, even on losing trades. When I'm wrong, I'm still right, because that's what we do. I mean, Euro GBP, I'm down 1,400 on this trade. This trade is not treating me right, man. It's not treating me right now, but it's okay. And in times like this, when I'm going through multiple drawdowns on multiple trades, I just hold and manage my positions. And when the bills are due in my household, I have plenty of cash to hold me over so I can calmly and peacefully trade. And as you guys know, I don't trade on a funded account. This is all live capital. So if I'm down $6,000, I'm down $6,000. Real money, not fake money. Not no fake funded trader demo account. Euro Aussie, I'm down $600 on this trade. I'm probably looking to close this at a break even. I want to close this either at a break even, or if I can, depending on how it looks, I would love to take it to these levels right here and close at a small profit. Well, actually, this probably wouldn't be that small. It's probably be like, what, $500 at these levels? Like $500? That's decent. I'll take that. It's $500. I'll take that. Then we have our Aussie CAD longs, which this is not real. This is a hypothetical because I was like, man, this looks like a good short. But I'm in longs up here. But this looked like a good short to me. But I'm waiting for a break above this trend line and a retest so I can continue to scale in and take this to the upside. But as you guys see, man, when you're going through drawdowns like this as a full-time trader, you don't do anything. Make sure you have reserve capital to hold you over, or go get a job, or that's it. There is no other ors. You either just gonna have the cash money to hold yourself over for 6 to 12 months, or you go get you a part-time or full-time job. But all I know is when you commit to this game, you gotta fully commit to this game. Your full attention and focus and energy shall all be poured into trading and becoming the best trader possible. Learning about fundamentals, learning about economics, learning about how currencies move, learning about risk on markets and risk off markets, learning about safe haven currencies and non-safe haven currencies. You gotta learn these. Learn the correlation between oil and the Canadian dollar, oil and the Japanese yen. Learn the correlation between copper and the Australian dollar and the New Zealand dollar. You gotta learn all these things so you can put it into your analysis on the charts and make more money. And that way, when you go through drawdowns like me, when you're sitting in thousands and thousands of dollars of drawdown, it don't affect you. It don't affect you because you was built for it, man. You prepare for it. You know everything. You prepare. When you're prepared, there's nothing to be afraid of. Let me tell you that. When you are prepared for the worst, there is nothing to be afraid of. So if anyone wants to know how I full-time trade during these drawdowns, that's how I do it. I sit there, I wait, I have cash money on the side, and I manage myself accordingly in my trades like a real full-time professional does. Because this is a part of the game, and you're either going to enjoy the bitter with the sweet, or you're not going to enjoy no sweetness at all. So you get to choose. You don't gotta be in the game. You're not forced to be in the game. You could leave anytime. If I wanted to, I could go get me a job right now. I could leave anytime. No one's forcing you to come in this market and lose money and go through drawdowns. This is a choice. And there's a price you have to pay for that choice. But what I can tell you right now is that price is well worth it because I get my freedom. I get to do whatever I want. I get to sit back, relax, read a book, watch some Netflix, play some game. I could do whatever I want. Wake up, go to the gym, go to Smoothie King, get me a smoothie. So that's how I manage myself during the drawdowns. But with all that being said, I'm done with the yapping, man. If you appreciate the lesson, hit the like button, hit the sub button, hit whatever button there is, man. I don't even care. Get some interactions. Have a great rest of the week in the markets. And I'm going to catch you guys in the next lesson. Let's go.